Hello everyone, today I'm doing a small unboxing from Joytoy. So Joytoy, official licensed product from Games Workshop. It's looking pretty good. It's a Primaris Lieutenant. It's Lieutenant if you're English. Yeah, so this is the official model. Obviously there are some other models around like the McFarlane models. The McFarlane models are slightly bigger. Some of them aren't painted. All of these are painted, and it's a different scale. Apparently with these ones there's a few different options, so you can swap the heads out, things like that. Apparently they are articulated slightly nicer, so you don't see the joins so well. But here goes. I open up for the first time. I'm a bit of a Blood Angels fan. I've been playing and collecting Blood Angels since the 2nd edition. I didn't dislike the look of the Terminators that they do. It just seems to be, I don't know, just slightly out of kind of proportion in a few places. But then the old Terminator shapes were, and of course now in 10th edition they are nicer, better looking Terminators. So already you can see this guy is about half the size of the McFarlane ones. Me and packaging do not get on, so on camera this should be brilliant. You see me swear and fight and wrestle with it. Okay, not so bad, not so bad. Didn't throw all the bits everywhere. But straight away, one of the bits I nearly did lose. I'll zoom in closer for you. Always have to make noise or it doesn't work. One of the bits that I nearly lost and scattered across the floor is the hands. So I can see that is a right hand there that's open. There is very suspicious another right hand there. I'm sure that's for tactical pointing for those of a dirty mind. I can't get these flippers out, so I can't get them out, so I'm going to use a pair of tweezers rather than just tipping it. So that's another right hand and the left hand. So you have one left, 3 right options. Obviously he's already equipped with out of the box. Come on, you know you want to. Obviously he's already equipped with 8 right and left. It's a fairly decent weight to actually. I was expecting it to be a bit lighter, but it looks quite substantial. So with the McFarlane ones, you can see the joints quite clearly. This a little bit more hidden, and the actual joints are painted like right in there. And I notice the part is on the black seal is black itself, so I don't think it's painted plastic, so the paint shouldn't wear off. I did notice the McFarlane ones, the more you move it, the more the paint does want to come off. But it feels quite positive, it feels quite sturdy, definitely more like an action figure. Very substantial, whereas the other one feels more like something you might keep in the box or just on a shelf. But no, it's looking really nice. Slightly recessed where it's been, I think that's handwritten by the looks of it in there. I just assumed it was just drawn on. It's actually slightly recessed, so you're less likely to wear off the writing. Same with the word angels there. It feels like a rubberized plastic, so not a hard plastic, which is good because it could quite possibly break if it was a hard plastic. But I notice articulated ankles, knees, hips, not just left and right, but splits I suppose if you really wanted to. Articulated in 2 different places in the torso, so just below the chest piece and on the hips as well. Shoulders, so you can rotate around that way, left and right as well. hands, so you should be able to pop the hands off quite easy. He says there is a ball and socket in there. Be nice for me to break it on camera, but yeah, you literally just pop it in, pop it out. Let's give it a go. Let's see if I can break it. So yeah, ball. Let's go with the pointy fingers. Let's call it that, shall we? So make sure the ball is somewhere in the centre, and then pop them on. I'm sure it'll get a little bit easier the more you do it. That's pretty snug. I'm not going to lie, it does look dodgy, but it's tactical go, go, go fingers. There's no other reason why he's got fingers shaped like that. So the options are power sword, which is very, very substantial. It feels quite nice. I do like the neatness of the paint, the fact that that's slightly goldeny, chromy blood drop, very much how I actually paint mine. So a power sword, bolt pistol, they all feel so nice. I like the fact that the barrel's actually drilled, feels very substantial. Get rid of the packet of silicone, just in case I eat it. I totally didn't do that while eating beef jerky one night, tipping it down my gullet and not looking what I was doing. Wow, it does feel quite nice. Like I said, very substantial. I was expecting just a single tab or something to plug in the back, but it's twin, so it's not actually going to pivot. It's always going to remain upright and fairly solid. And it also comes with a head swap, so a very, very happy looking Blood Angel. Classic Blood Angel hairstyle. But yeah, you can once again pop it off. It's just a ball and socket. But I like, yeah, these look like they can pop off as well. Ball and socket on there. How easy is it to put the weapons in the hands? So let's try the old. That's not going to fit very well. So that looks more like the kind of hand that would hold it. They are slightly rubberized, so hopefully I can just pop in there. Maybe, he says. It's very tight grip hand. I know on the McFarlane ones the hands are articulated as well, but surely you can fit a weapon in there. Let's just try that off camera so I don't break it. So yeah, they will pop on. Takes a little bit of effort. I think if you're going to do that, pop the hand on the weapon first and then pop the hand on the figure, because you don't really want to break the ball joint inside there. It almost feels like, so I do a lot of bodywork repairs being a mechanic, plastic has more give when it's warm, so maybe give it a little bit of heat, i.e. put it in warm water before popping it in, just to give it a bit more flex, because that's my only peeve so far. I wouldn't say it's massive, but it's just the fact that the hands are so rigid. Putting the weapons in there, they are very, very hard, plasticky rubber. So it's not like, I would say it's more of a PVC plastic. Let's see if it says on the back of the packet anywhere. Nope. Just says Primaris Lieutenant, contains one 12-inch collector's action figure and accessories. Obviously Games Workshop, all over it. Beijing, China. Doesn't say what the plastic is made from. but it feels very much more like a rubberized plastic. So yeah, pretty chuffed with it. I'll zoom out just very, very slightly. It's nice to have different options, especially I like the look of the head and the power sword. I think maybe that hand and that power sword would look pretty cool, and it's going to look pretty nice on the shelf. I did say I would only buy one, and that's how it goes. But there is quite a few. I mean, especially for like Blood Angels, for example, you got a good selection of the Terminators. You got the Lightning Claws, the Thunder Hammer and Shield, the classic Banner as well, which looks really, really nice. I wanted to go with Primaris. I don't know why. I mean, when I first saw the Primaris come out, I didn't think they were very nice back in the Dark Imperium box. But they really have grown on me. I really do enjoy painting them, so that's why I picked up one of these guys. Just picked up one just to see what it was like. If I wasn't very happy with it, I probably won't pick up any more. But I am pretty happy. It feels like a very substantial model. It's nice and articulated. It feels like it could stand in pretty much any pose, whereas some action figures, if you put them like that, they could easily be knocked over. I know Space Marines are a bit of a chunky bay, so you know, you shouldn't be able to knock them over quite so easy. But I have seen quite a few others. So this was about £45. There's a few different sites at the moment having a bit of a sale on, like Temu and things like that. I know a couple companies like Firestorm Gaming, a couple independent gaming shops, Firestorm Gaming for example, are selling them. They do feel really, really nice, and it has quite a nice selection of different Space Marines. So there's a couple Salamanders, I believe. Ultramarines, obviously, fairly much the poster boy for Space Marines. I have seen an Orc and a Chaos Space Marine, but I'm sure there'll be more out as well. I've only seen a small selection, but yes, I'm very happy with this. I was expecting, very much like the McFarlane ones, I would have to touch up some of the paint, possibly, when it's moving all the time, but that doesn't look like the paint's going to wear off anytime soon. And McFarlane one is possibly a bit too clean. I like my Space Marines a bit grubby, and this has got more of the grubby nature, like especially on the shoulder pad, on the pauldron there, which I like. I might dirty up the helmet. I think the gold is a bit too burnished for me. I like my gold a bit dirtier for my personal taste. But I am pretty chuffed with it. I could swap the head out, I suppose, and the rest of it would be fine for my personal taste. And once again, obviously, I'll probably make the lenses a bit brighter as well. But if I swap the head out, I would say I probably wouldn't have to touch the model up at all. My own personal taste. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the way they've painted it. The way they've painted it, they haven't missed a thing that I can see. It's a lot more durable. Yes, alright, it is twice the price of a McFarlane, and it is a lot smaller. But yeah, it just seems to be a better build quality, and why not? I mean, it is an official Games Workshop product, you know, through Joytoy, so I think they've done a pretty good job. Definitely looks very much like a Space Marine. Proportions are good and quite robust. So it says on the box ages 15 up. Yeah, definitely wouldn't give it to a little kiddie, especially obviously parts you could swallow. But yeah, I don't know why 15 up. I would probably trust like a, I don't know, 10-year-old up. I certainly know my mates that have 10-year-old kids, they would be pretty stoked to have one of these, and they would probably look after it. And like I said, it is quite durable. But as a kid's toy rather than an adult's collector, you know, you could throw this around a little bit. I'm not saying do it, and it is quite durable. So I would say very, very happy with this. Not that there's anything wrong with McFarlane. I would say the McFarlane was pretty good. just the paint wears off in places. But yeah, I would say that they're two different things. One obviously is a bigger model, it's a lot better price. This one is smaller, but the detail is slightly better. It seems to be more durable. The paint, especially around the joints, they've obviously thought about, okay, it's going to move quite a bit, is the paint going to wear off? So yeah, you can't really compare it, even though they're both Space Marines. They're very much a different product. And you get a nice little, what looks like a bookmark as well. So it's a single ply, bit of artwork, just a card. I do think maybe you could swap out the parts of these guys as well. So let's say you had a few different Blood Angel Primaris models. I would imagine all the balls and sockets and things like that are probably the same size. I don't know, I haven't picked them up yet, but I would imagine they must be fairly uniform because they make a few Space Marines. Yes, the Space Marines all look slightly different, but I wonder if you could pop out an arm or a hand and swap weapons over and things like that. I would imagine they are totally interchangeable, but I will pick up a couple and let you know. Thank you very much for watching as always, guys, and please hit the like button if you did enjoy this video, and please feel free to leave any comments in the comments section below. If you've picked up any, let me know and tell me your personal thoughts on these guys, especially if you picked up Marines from other chapters, because I would like to know what kind of things they come with as well. Okay, stay safe, you wonderful people, and catch you in the next video.